everybody, this is George Kollias here at the Soundtrap Studios in Athens, Greece, with Andreas Travalis, owner and sound engineer of Soundtrap Studios. This is a place I got my own drum room and visiting every day, practicing and jamming, mixing, making videos like this one for Sick Drummer. And as you will see, this is one of the best studios in Athens, and we are very, very lucky to be here.
So, welcome everybody. We're gonna do a quick tour of my new studio and my latest drum kit. This is my brand new Pearl Masterworks in piano black and gold hardware. This is where I practice every day, and this is where I do all my recordings, most of my videos, my online drum lessons, demos for my songs, and of course we're working right now on the new Nile album. As you all know, Pearl Masterworks are completely handmade drums that you can order, online on the Pearl website. Really one-of-a-kind drum set, and for this particular drum set, I tried to come up with something completely new from the beginning. Something that, in my opinion, will fit the music I play, a little bit better. Which, of course, Pearl did it for me. My setup configuration is still the same. This is what I was using on the latest Nile album, with the exception of a few minor things I added on this drum kit, and I will explain in a few minutes. So I'm using two 22x18 kicks, 8-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch, 13-inch and 14-inch toms, 14-inch and 16-inch floor toms, and my 14-inch and 12-inch snare drums. So let's start the wood configuration with the toms first. 8x7, 10x8, 12x9 and 13x10. I use 4 toms in the front. All of these 4 toms have exactly the same configuration concerning the wood, the plies, the burning edge, the air vents, and of course the hardware. I chose the 6 ply 7.5mm shells, 2 plies of birch inside and 4 plies of maple outside. A perfect actually mix of attack and warmth. The burning edge is rounded 45° on the top and the bottom as well. Golden ratio air vents, Optimount brackets. I chose the reference lugs, diecast hoops, and of course everything, like I said earlier, is gold plated. As for drum heads, I use the Athens G2 clear on the top and G1 on the bottom. The 14 and 16 inch floor toms have almost the same configuration, except they are 8-ply 10mm shells. Everything else is pretty much the same concerning the burning edges, the air vents, and the hardware. And what we did here is we use 2 birch inner plies and 6 plies of maple on the outside. Drum heads are the same here. I use the G2 clears on the top and G1 on the bottom. The side tom is pretty much the same configuration as the floor toms. The only difference is we use 2 mahogany inner plies, 2 birch middle plies, and 4 maple outside plies. Total of 8-ply 10mm shell. The mahogany plies definitely added some more low end on this tom, and I use something very similar to my kick drums. The drum heads I use here is the hydraulic glass on the top, which is a very dead sounding drum head, and mixed with the mahogany plies, it makes this tom sound like a kick drum. On the bottom I use the G1 clears. So for the kicks we went with 10-ply shells, 12.5mm, 4 plies of birch on the inside, 2 plies of mahogany in the middle, and 4 plies of maple on the outside. The same legendary 45-degree bearing edge on the front and the back. I went with the 2-inch white hoops, no drills on the kick drums, and reference hardware as well. On the kick drums I used the Athens EQ2 drum heads, which in my opinion these are the best drum heads I ever played. And I also use 2 Athens EQ pads on the inside. Okay, let's go on the snare drum. 14 by 6.5. This is my main snare, and this is the most customized part of this drum set. 10-ply 12.5mm shell, 4 plies of birch on the inside, and 6 plies of maple on the outside. Again, 45-degree bearing edges on the top and the bottom. And the hardware is a mix of Masters Premium and Reference Series. And as you see, we have some special Egyptian graphics on this snare, which if you actually see it in reality, it's 100 times better. And last one will be my 12 by 5 side snare, which is exactly the same configuration as the main snare, 10-ply 12.5mm, 4 plies of birch on the inside, 6 plies of maple on the outside, 45 degrees bearing edges on the top and the bottom. On both snares I use the HT dry coated drum heads on the top and the Hazy 300 on the bottom, which are perfect, for what I do with the band. But sometimes I will try some other ones like the Genera drum heads, coated of course. The reverse tone power center when I have different gigs and I want a little bit more open sound on the snares. Now on the cymbals, everything is from Sabian. I use a HHX Groove Hats 14-inch. I got an 8-inch chopper which I use as a secondary hi-hat. A 20-inch hand hammer Leopard ride cymbal. 2 Chinas on the left, the HHX Evolution Min Chinese 14-inch and the AAX Extreme Chinese 17-inch. There's also a Signature Max Plus 7-inch on the left side. I use 2 crash cymbals in the middle, like the center crashes. One is the 17-inch AAX Dark Crash, that will be my favorite crash. And the other one is the AAX Studio Crash 17 again. In between my crashes I use the hand hammer China Kang 8-inch. That's also something I used for many years and I really like it. And right next to it the HHX Evolutions Plus 10-inch. I got 3 hi-hat cymbals on the right side. Let's start from the smaller one. I use the AEA Mini Hats 10-inch, which I play half open. Right next to it is the AEA Mini Hats 12-inch, which I play them closed. And next to my right cymbal I use the 13-inch AAX Stage Hats. This hi-hat is operated by a Pro Eliminator remote hi-hat stand. My right crash is HHX Power Crash 18-inch. Sometimes I use the HX Explosion Crash, and this is what you see actually right here. Right next to it there is an 18-inch China. This is the HHX Evolution Chinese, which is my favorite Chinese cymbal. And next to it I use the AA Extreme Chinese 19-inch. Right here there is a 22-inch Leopard right cymbal, again to match my left side 20-inch Leopard right. I get many questions actually about my latest right cymbals I use on my drum kit. I usually use the AAX 20-inch metal right on the left side and the AAX 22-inch. I still use the AAX metal right cymbals on the shows and tours and clinics, and I really believe they are the best metal right cymbals ever. But I just added these Leopards, in my studio because they're a little bit more dark and versatile, and since I'm doing different styles of music, they actually work better. On the very right side I use an ozone crash. This is the HHX Evolution, but in the studio and on tours I use the APX ozone crash, again 18-inch. All the hardware you see is of course from Pearl again. I use the DR503 curved rack system plus a DR501 curved extension. Both hi-hat and remote hi-hat are the Eliminator series, and the S2000 snare stands, B1000 or 2000 boom stands, CH1000 or 2000 boom arms. Concerning the pedals, everything is Axis A longboards. So starting from the left side, I use one pedal for the crasher I use on the left side. Next one is mounted on a Pearl 18-inch tabouring, which I customize as a foot snare, and then the left kick drum. On the right side we have the right kick drum, the Pearl remote hi-hat stand, and next to it there is a pedal for the Roland KD7 electronic kick drum, which I added 2 years ago. Now concerning my main pedals on the kicks, I use one piece of the Axis 2 risers on each pedal and the Axis E-Kit triggers. I use Vigfirth drumsticks for as long as I remember myself. I used to play the 5A model nylon tip, but recently I switched to the 55As, which to me actually they worked a little bit better. Nowadays though, my official signature drumstick will be out from Vigfirth, and this is exactly what I wanted from Vigfirth. This is a perfect model for everybody, so keep an eye on the announcement because it's going to be on very soon. This is the headphones I use for every album I do. This is the EX29 Extreme Isolation headphones, and this is far the best headphones I ever tried in my life. They're very light and very comfortable, even for live situation, but they have a crystal clear tone, and I haven't tried anything better than these headphones, especially for studio time. So this is all with the drum kit. I hope you had fun, and maybe I solved some of your questions about what I'm using and why. So let's go on the lessons now.